Let's talk about this guy. This guy, the U.S. Navy hires an active duty drag queen to be the face of the recruitment drive. So, once again, I'm going to tread a thin line here. This individual guy is a weirdo, I think, but he signed up to join the Navy and then he did some stuff in his free time as a drag queen. You know, good for him. You know, that he's a grown man. I think he's out as a gay guy. You know, drag is a hobby like burlesque. You know, it's fine if he does that. You know, good for him. Whatever the hell you want to do in your free time, that's fine. But here's where I think the whole the military leadership went off. Someone has a hobby of being an effeminate drag queen, and you're the military whose job is to fight wars and kill people, you know, and also attract the right kind of people. Then you shouldn't be using drag queens, in my opinion, to push that message. But the Navy hired this, and wait till you see this video. So the Navy hires an active duty drag queen to be the face of their recruitment drive. So the U.S. Navy invited an active duty drag queen to be a digital ambassador, similar to what Bud Light did, and we saw how that turned out. To be an active duty, to be a digital ambassador as part of a recent drive to attract the most talented and diverse workforce to combat plunging recruitment. So first of all, why would you want to attract the most diverse workforce? Who gives a f whether the workforce is diverse? Once again, I'm not in the military, but I can tell you right now, with any job, it's not about diversity. It's about getting the best people for their job, and most of the time, it's going to just wind up by the nature of the job. You're going to attract all kinds of people, but some skill sets don't necessarily lead to the best skill set for all jobs. So anyway, this guy, Joshua Kelly, who identifies as non-binary, was appointed as the first of 5 Navy digital ambassadors in a pilot program that ran from October to March. Kelly, whose stage name is Harpy Daniels, have shared their journey on TikTok and Instagram. So let's just take a look at Harpy's Instagram. Here you go. So this is who the Navy chose as a digital ambassador. So once again, good for him for he can have a hobby, I guess. Well, who cares? But let's look at his announcement that he's a Navy digital ambassador.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Don't ever play with guns.
All right, so that was Harpy Daniels. Once again, I don't blame him. He's just some guy. He doesn't, he's not in charge of the messaging for the Navy, but he was doing that at Navy. I don't know if he was on ships, but he was doing it for sailors at Navy events. That's a little weird. I don't know why they're pushing that, but somebody said, I didn't think anyone could make the Navy gayer than it was, but kudos to them. And once again, not even that there's anything wrong with being gay, but the Navy is in charge of fighting battles and winning wars, and I don't know how this sort of thing helps them. But poor old Harpy Daniels, I'll just add this, just closing out on Harpy Daniels. Harpy, the U.S. Navy's drag queen ambassador, accuses critics of not truly supporting the military. And once again, it's always that, I support the military, but, is that going to recruit the best, people? Is that going to, quite honestly, people whose job it is to kill and win wars? And I would say no. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Harpy Daniels and the Navy recruiting him as a digital ambassador?